Hey guys, Fox here. Today's video I wanted to do something a little different besides always doing the Game Gods videos, and I wanted to revisit my Bioshock collection, as that's a lot of things that people like to see on my channel. So I figured I'd just hop into it, show you all the items in my Bioshock collection, and just share it with all the fans. Right here is one of my Bioshock 1 posters that I got from 2K store quite a long time ago. I think you could also get it on the Irrational Games store, but I'm not sure if that's still available now that Irrational Games is shut down, so I don't know. But anyways, that's one of my favorite posters. It's hard to find original Bioshock 1 posters. They're very few and far between. One that I am missing is like one of the original display posters, you know, that GameStop would have had or something like that. But there's plenty of things I'm missing out of the collection, but you know, I've slowed down on it, but I'm not done. You know, I'll get more things for it later on. Over here we have my Bioshock Infinite poster. This is something I got at PAX Prime. I believe I picked this up 3 years ago or something like that. It was offered there, and it was signed by Troy Baker or Barker. I think it's Baker. You guys all know him. He does the voice of Booker. He also does the voice of Joel in The Last of Us. He's a really good voice actor. And the voice of Elizabeth, this is Kristen Draper, I believe, and which is her signature down there. And then over there is Ken Levine. So there's that. And look over here. I'm sorry guys if it's a little dark. Hopefully the camera will adjust. But I have the 15th anniversary of Irrational Games lithograph of the Fink Theater concept art from Bioshock Infinite. And if I get up here a little bit, yeah, you can see it down there. There's also signed by Ken Levine. And then right below it, as you guys saw, and a lot of people have seen this, the Skyhook replica. It's fully functional, it works. Not that there's any skyhooks you can hook onto it, and it's mostly made of plastic, so I can trust it with any of that. But it's a cool piece to have on display. Right here we have the Motorized Patriot, the George Washington model from Neca. This is a really good figure, really well detailed. The little chain Gatling gun there is actually functional. If you turn the knob, it spins all the barrels there. It's pretty cool. Very well detailed, and definitely worth the $35 it costs, because it looks fantastic for that price, guys. There's also a Ben Franklin model of this, where instead of a George Washington head, it's a Ben Franklin head. I do not own that, as they are kind of big and they take a bit of room up in the collection, so I'm good with one for now. Alright, if we spin over here, we have the special art that was done for Game Informer for Bioshock Infinite on one of their magazine covers. So I ordered this from Game Informer, or GameStop I should say, to put on the wall. I liked it so much. I love it with the Songbird and Elizabeth there. And this is in the concept art stage. I believe this came out at least 3 years ago, but very cool. Over here we have some of the special prints that came with the collector's edition Bioshock 2 strategy guide. I love the art on these. I thought I would put them up in the wall, and they look pretty good. And here's the other one, a big sister and a little sister right there. I thought they were pretty cool to fit up there. Behind my display case, kind of blocked by some other stuff, there's a GameStop promo poster for Bioshock 2 back there. Alright, up here we have the Bioshock 2 Neca. This is a combo pack that has the Bunny Splicer mask, which you can see right there, and on the other side it has Subject Omega, which is a prototype figure. I'll show you that figure here in a little bit, as it's located somewhere else, and I don't feel like pulling that out and turning it around. Down there's a little Columbia mini art book that came with the Ultimate Songbird edition of Bioshock Infinite. I believe it also came in the premium edition as well. It's a nice little hardbound book and really well detailed. And behind that is the Bioshock Infinite. I believe that's the full art book. Sorry guys, I got a lot of books, or it's the strategy guide. One of the two. But yes, it's the full art book or strategy guide. I'd take it down, but then all kinds of shit would fall over. So, you know what I mean. And then we will go actually over here. And then here is the Subject Omega with a little sister that came with that combo pack with the Bloody Splicer mask. You know, done by Neca. Very nice. Behind there is the special edition Bioshock 2 strategy guide, hardbound, and that's what came with those mini art prints. Right there is a Comic-Con exclusive of Eleanor in her big sister outfit and her little sister version, still in packaging. And we got Claire. Let's move. There we go. This came out very late, but this is the Spider Splicer and Ladysmith Splicer version 2 from Neca. This is from Bioshock 2. My arm's about to fall off. Oh, sorry guys. I guess we can hit up some of the games here. So here behind Tharja there we have Bioshock and Bioshock 2 on the PS3. And down here we got Bioshock the Ultimate Rapture Edition, which is really cool guys, especially the 360 version. Having both games, Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, with all their DLC and a very cheap package, very cheap price for $30. You could probably find it cheaper than that now. Is quite awesome. And next to it is my Bioshock 2 copy and Bioshock Infinite. Up here we have the box that the Songbird statue came in for the Ultimate Songbird edition from Bioshock Infinite. I really like the box art. It looks like a vintage toy box container, so I thought that was cool. And then finally we'll get over here to the display cases. So here's my Bioshock 1 display case. I showed this off in a different video, but I didn't go into big detail on each item that is on these shelves. So if we start over here, this is my first copy of Bioshock on the 360, and it is signed by Ken Levine. You can see his signature right there. Behind it is the Bioshock 1 limited edition for Windows, which in turn came with this Big Daddy statue, which is, they're extremely fragile. They damn near all of them broke. As you can see from his drill, the tip did break on this one, but the rest of them stayed together, which is fine by me. Made me happy. Below it is something that was only on the 2K Games store, and this is the little sister figurine that is supposed to be accompany this Big Daddy. And there's the box that she came in. And then up here is a Bioshock Lanyard, GameStop member exclusive, as it came with this. See this box that everything's sitting on, that it says Enter Rapture. That also had this 360 faceplate, and it was something given out to GameStop managers only. Wasn't released to the general public. In the middle here, you guys can all see, that is my Andrew Ryan statue, limited to 100 pieces. Probably one of the more valuable things in my collection. I just love it. The Andrew Ryan character is one of my favorites. His ideas are grandiose and amazing, and he is Rapture, so I really like that character, and I'm very proud and happy to have that in my collection. And behind him we see the Breaking the Mold Bioshock art book. These books are fairly rare. They were only printed, I think, one time, so there's only one edition of the print. So, but it's very cool. It goes through all the art inside the world of Rapture and all the characters and everything that comes with it. The big daddies, the little sisters, all that. Even the concept arts from when the little sisters weren't little sisters, they were just little slugs originally. So it talks about all that. It's really cool. Next to this, we have the Elizabeth statue. I believe, I'm not sure, I think there was only 400 of these made. But anyway, it's from the Burial Sea DLCs that with Bioshock Infinite, which if you haven't played, I would highly suggest giving those a go, because it turns the Bioshock series full circle, gives a lot of explanations to everything, and it is a great gift from Irrational Games and their very last game or DLC that they produced. But yes, that's Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinite, Burial at Sea. Alright, let's get down here. Here's a second shelf, and it is very dark. I apologize. I'll try to get the best lighting as I can for you guys. But this is my Bioshock 2 shelf, which Neca went hog wild and made all kinds of figures for this and all kinds of other things that I don't have in the collection, because right now they are demanding quite the vicious price. So maybe one day I'll find them for a good price. But over here we have the Brute Splicer. In the middle is the Ladysmith Splicer. That's the first version with the Bunny Splicer mask on it. Here we have the Rosie Big Daddy. Over behind him we have the Eve injector. I forgot what they were called. Hypo, there we go. It's the Eve Hypo, still in the box. It works fine. I pull it out and play with it sometimes, because it's a really cool prop, and when they first came out they were really cheap, $10, so no reason you shouldn't have that in the collection. And back here we have a Big Sister out of the box, along with holding the Eleanor little sister in her little carry case on her back. Over here we have the regular Big Daddy with a little sister also sitting on his arm. And in the very back you can see the handprint for the Sophia Lamb symbol, the handprint butterfly. That is on the cover of the Bioshock 2 limited edition, which is one of my favorite limited editions. I know it's not rare by any means. There's tons out there, and you can probably get a brand new one for like $40. But it came with a vinyl of the Bioshock 1 soundtrack, and then it came with a CD for the Bioshock 2 soundtrack. It came with all in-game posters, you know, for product posters and stuff like that. It came with an art book. It was a pretty awesome piece there for Bioshock memorabilia. And then let's go down to the third shelf here, as you can see me back there. This is for Bioshock Infinite. Back here you could see the limited edition Columbia concept statue, which is not, it turned into an angel if you remember from the game. That was limited. I think they only made, I don't remember, 400 pieces. I don't know. You can still find these. These aren't particularly rare because a lot of people didn't really know what the hell they were, because it was a concept piece. Behind there is, no, you know what? I think that might be the art book. So the one up top is probably the strategy guide. Sorry, guys. So I think that's the art book for Bioshock Infinite. So the one I showed you up there, up there, is the limited edition for the strategy guide, which came with a little key, which I think is sitting right there. Yeah, the birdcage key. And then there you can see the big wingspan of the Songbird, which came with the Ultimate Rapture edition. Very nice piece to include on the collector's edition. I like it a lot. It looks great. We have the Elizabeth figure from Neca with her little velvet dress. And then we have the Boys of Silence. I think that's what they're called. Sorry guys, it's been a while since I played the game. That's a really creepy figure. If you turn his little earpieces there, his mouth will open. It's weird. His deranged hands and everything. Down there you see a skeletal robot headpiece that goes to the motorized Patriot. So you could take off the George Washington head and put that one on, like it's battle damage. Over here we have the Mind and Revolt book, which is in that little postal type thing, and it talks about the mind of what's her fucking name? Daisy, some shit like that. I don't remember. Sorry guys, but yeah, it talks about her story and all that. So it's a pretty good thing. That was getting quite rare because they only made 100 of them at first. And people were pissed because a lot of people were wanting them. They're like, oh, you only make 100 of these damn books. And they were going for ridiculous amounts, like $500 on eBay, and then they reprinted them. So that's good, so more people can get copies of those, which is real nice. But yeah, so guys, that is my BioShock collection. This took a while. Didn't feel like it took that long, but I hope you enjoyed going over all my items in my BioShock collection. Any comments or any questions or anything, feel free to leave me a comment. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Alright guys, I forgot a couple things in the collection. If you could see down here, it's kind of dark, but there's a little Murder of Crows Vigor bottle. That's a keychain that came in the Premium Edition and Ultimate Songbird Edition of Bioshock Infinite. And of course, how could I forget the Lego Big Daddy that I got from Imagine Ridney. This is a really cool item. I did a full video review on it, so you guys can check that out if you want. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Well, damn it guys, I forgot another couple of things, and how could I forget my very rare Bioshock Breaking the Mold Developers Edition art book. This was something that was released very limited on 2K's website. And was only given to like employees and stuff like that. It's a little beat up, but they're very, very hard to come by, so I took what I could get, and all the pages are in there, so I'm very happy about that. And also, a great little read is Bioshock's Rapture by John Shirley. This talks about basically Andrew Ryan and him building Rapture and the corruption that happened in the city thereafter. So it talks about its height and its fall. Very interesting read, especially if you're a Bioshock fan.